welcome back to Hungarians in the Kitchen. Today I am joined by my mother, Marta, and my father, Laszlo. He's a special guest from Florida this week. So today we are going to make Fasirt. And it's basically a meat dish, and we're using pork. And we're going to make it two ways. One is in a meatloaf container, and in the other we're going to make some little patties and fry them. So you'll have two wonderful options on how to make them. So for Fasirt, let's go over the ingredients first. What do we have here?
The meat.
We have 2 pounds of pork, and normally we would only use 1 pound because we would either make the meatloaf or we'd either make the patties, but because we wanted to show you both ways, we have 2 pounds.
And because I am here, I'm a big eater.
There you go. And we have 3 eggs, and you'll see how we use this as part of the meatloaf. Hard-boiled eggs. And we have lots of garlic.
And Fasirt without garlic is no Fasirt.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the secret ingredient.
So first we put the bread. Laszlo, I need your hand because you have to...
Well, first, I'm still going through the ingredients.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, the ingredient is just 1 potato because we have to...
That's true. This will be for another dish that we'll be making in addition. Also, in addition to the garlic, we will have 1 potato.
For the starch.
And
1 egg.
And we used about 4 slices of bread that we have gone ahead and put in enough milk to cover it, and a little bit of water, I think you put as well.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Okay.
No.
So that has been soaking now for about an hour.
Because we didn't use fresh bread.
Yeah.
Otherwise it takes like 10 minutes.
It was pretty, yeah, the bread was a little bit on the dry side. And we have...
So give it to your father.
Okay. So now what's going to happen, because I haven't actually made this in a very long time.
And then we have paprika, salt, black pepper.
Okay. So now what are you doing first?
First he takes the bread and put it in here.
So
mush it together.
Mush it
together.
Yeah, put it in here.
And after we are gonna mix it.
And what you're doing, you're basically draining the water out, right?
You don't have to the drain over there. You can drain it here because...
So it gives a little bit of liquid?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yes.
Before
please.
you say before we're gonna put
No. This is
water.
the way. You'll see. This is gonna be nice and it's not gonna be chewy or something. It's gonna be a nice Fasirt.
So you're saying that the liquid should be added, not all of it, but
not all of
from...
it. We'll see the consistency.
So when you're squeezing it, squeeze it in here.
Yeah.
Do you make it differently?
Completely.
Oh yeah, well, that's nothing new about it.
Completely differently, and from that time they all neighborhood coming to my house to eat Fasirt.
So how would you do it different? Squeeze it over here.
It's gonna be soup.
No, we're even gonna put a little oil in here.
Because you want it to be moist.
Well, I want a nice moist Fasirt.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to. Not like when you cut it dry. You know, you don't want
So
that.
is yours dry when you cut into it?
Who knows?
You can put if you add more oil.
Over here. Squeeze it there.
More soup.
So how long, when did Fasirt come about? Has it been around forever?
I don't know. I took the Fasirt with my mother milk. Who knows? I mean, Fasirt is very, very popular in Hungary.
And it's always made with pork?
No. But the good Fasirt has to be pork.
Okay.
Because you cannot make out of chicken. You cannot make out beef.
It's too dry.
Yeah, the turkey. If you want turkey, then you have to put like half and half, like half pork, half turkey. You know,
Okay.
you can do that.
Okay.
So now you
Mix it.
mix it really
Yeah,
good.
but I need oil here. Oil and the egg.
We put a little this one.
Oh,
No.
That looks like it was
Don't
about a
worry.
half a cup.
Yeah, don't worry. And we need a little oil.
We're going to try to measure this out.
Okay.
more than that.
1 tablespoon.
Yeah, that's
2 tablespoons.
We'll see if it needs more, then we'll see. But don't forget the eggs is coming, and I have to put this one in.
Okay. And mixing with the hands is important.
That's important, yes.
You can't just use a fork or a spoon.
No, definitely not. You have to do it with your hand.
So how is this a winter meal? Do you make it in all seasons?
No, you make it all
make it.
season. You can put potato with it, like we're gonna do it today, and well, you can put. If you don't want the potato, you can do like broccoli and cauliflower, so you can have the Fasirt with the vegetables.
Oh,
Sure.
This is gonna be like the American, you know.
Hamburger.
American.
So do you put any onion?
No.
No? Why not?
Because Fasirt doesn't. We put the garlic. It doesn't belong the onion in this dish. Hi,
Okay.
Laszlo. What do you say?
In your house.
You put onion in there?
For the taste, if you put
No.
garlic for the taste, you're supposed to put half
No.
of onion for the taste.
No, definitely not. Definitely.
In your house.
In my house,
In
in
your
my
sleep.
mother's house.
In your city, in your neighborhood.
You see, we put the onion when we make stuffed cabbage.
Right. That's why I was
You
wondering.
know, but not for this one. You don't need it.
And you don't put garlic in stuffed cabbage either.
No.
Right.
No,
So-
no garlic.
So this is
Let me do this now.
so what we have is a little red potato, and we have peeled it, and now we're just
This is gonna help the Fasirt not to fall apart.
okay. So it's like a binder.
This
It's for
is
the
going to
starch.
have the Fasirt.
Well, that one too, but this one definitely helps. You don't think so?
Do you do?
Never ever. To be honest, first time in my life I see potato in the Fasirt.
I don't know.
So where did you get your recipe from? Who taught you?
So much. Let's go back 100
Oh,
years
that's
ago.
why. That's the problem.
100 years
Who
ago.
knows? Mine is from my mother kitchen. Yours, who knows? Like you said.
I just do this for the New Year's party.
My mother was a very good cook.
And everybody kiss my hand and ask for
Because they don't know the real one.
for the business card. Laszlo,
They
can you
don't
come
know.
here and there?
They don't know how the real one tastes. Of course they kiss your hand.
Even now I get the thank you card for that
Okay.
attack.
Yeah, 1 minute. Let me put
You know what?
the egg.
You know what? If you are now here, put this, that, and that, and I am gonna mix up
And
to get that.
then we have to
No,
put the
1,
garlic
2,
too.
3.
Yes. I had to wash my hands.
And so we're going to be cutting up the garlic.
Well, we're gonna grind the garlic. That way you don't find pieces of garlic in there.
Now, could
just
you
have
use
the
a food?
taste.
Could you use a food processor?
Yes.
Should we use a food processor?
If you have, and you can make it really, really, like almost like a paste. You know? Yes.
All right. So now we're going to go ahead and put in. It looks like we have about 12 to 15 cloves of garlic in there, and then we'll go ahead and put the sides down.
Yeah, these are good.
They're not too big?
No.
Okay.
They are good.
Now, I know that they sell garlic in little jars that you can buy that are already cut for
It's
you.
not the same.
Okay, so you really want it to be
That's
fresh.
Right.
Put you there.
Yes.
Oh, that smells good. Potent. Now, this is what you want to have, because garlic has natural antibacterial properties. So this is kind of what you want to have if
You see, I have a grinder which is very fine, and that's how I do it in my house because
Sure.
I don't have the processor.
But if we're entering a cold season, this is a great thing to have. But don't eat this before like an important meeting,
No, of course not.
because you're gonna smell.
4 days you're gonna smell garlic. They're gonna call
Okay,
garlic.
so now you want to measure what we put here? All right.
A whole tablespoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More?
No,
Okay.
that's fine.
A whole tablespoon of paprika. We'll use this
Yeah, the salt.
salt.
Yeah, I think we need the whole, this one here. It's all
A
right.
tablespoon?
Oh, yeah.
No,
It's
that's
a
too
lot.
much.
It's a lot of meat.
Okay.
Fine.
Really?
Yes.
1 tablespoon of salt.
And then
And the black pepper.
Few strokes. Good?
yeah, good.
All right.
Attack.
Now
Okay.
you do it.
Mixing that all in is really key.
You see, for that is no good from the bread because it's hard, not.
So if you don't use soaked bread, like do you have to use soaked bread or do
No,
you use breadcrumbs?
You can use breadcrumbs,
Okay.
yes.
So, but if you use breadcrumbs, you wouldn't be soaking it, would you?
No, that's why when you use breadcrumbs, you put more oil
Okay.
in it because breadcrumbs are dry.
Right.
So,
So you really want a nice, moist consistency.
yes. Definitely.
When you were growing up, did you use breadcrumbs or did you use bread?
It depends what we had in my house. So
We eat everything
my
from the
mother,
top to the bottom in the pork.
my
From
mother
the
used
tail
it,
to the head.
Yep, you did use every part of the pork, the pig.
We did, yeah. Okay, so now
Taste.
Oh no, you're gonna taste?
Yes,
we have
have
to
to.
taste.
So this is the part that I always can't really recommend, but it's tradition.
Yes, tell me. Little paprika,
no.
something missing. Too much bread with the liquid.
No,
Too much
maybe a kicsit short.
potato.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Not much, csak egy kicsit, lehet, hogy kimegy ez.
Okay.
I don't think so. Let's do mix.
Put one more tablespoon of oil.
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah.
to make it more. Yeah, I
Good.
think that will be good.
I just love to do this.
I recently received a gadget that if you put under here, it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
bowl
that's
stabilizer
great.
and
Yeah.
it won't move.
Yeah, that's great.
There.
You want to taste it, Tatsi?
One more, wait, because have to come out like that, you see?
Yeah,
Let's get another good kick in already.
it's a piece of bread. It's all right.
So really the mixing takes a
So
good,
what my mother did, she was grinding the meat by herself, and at the end, she put the bread, and the bread was coming out.
Okay.
It was no pieces like this.
I see.
And continue the Hungarian sausage.
I do the
they
same.
do same way.
I do the same way because I grind my own meat. I don't buy the meat grinded.
So do you buy like a pork tenderloin and grind
Yeah,
that?
I grind.
Okay.
And at the end, I do grind the bread.
Okay.
And that way also I clean the grinder
I
because
see.
it comes out, you know,
Sure.
all the meat comes out.
And is the bread
Good.
wet or is it
Wet,
okay?
yeah.
So basically the same thing except
Yeah, it's the same, just the process
Right.
is a little bit different.
okay.
No.
So that took
Alright.
about 4 or 5 minutes of mixing really, really well.
Yes.
Have to mix very uniform, you see.
Yeah,
Not part be salty, the other too much.
yeah.
How's the
Good. Now it's good. Probably I took a little piece of salt this time. Perfect.
Perfecto.
And it's a nice job, Laszlo. You did a nice job, really.
but because we have measured everything out, you do not have to eat raw meat. And
Well, I just want to taste it when...
I know,
when-
but it's
when-
raw meat and raw egg.
Doesn't matter. I mean, it's not.
does.
It's just a molecule over there.
Bacteria is smaller than that. Okay.
Everybody, the sausage what to buy it, that was
Now,
tasted.
First you fill this one, and then whatever remains, you do the patty.
Do we have to put any
You
oil
have to
down
put
or spray?
oil,
A little
yeah.
oil.
Oil
yeah.
or spray?
No, a little oil.
Okay.
Just to do the...
Coat the bottom?
Yeah.
Here, let me get it. So you don't need to coat the sides?
No.
Okay. And you know, it took us a few minutes to figure out what size of pan, because I wanted to use a bread pan.
No.
And you
no.
said that that was much too tall. Or too narrow.
Too narrow, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then I was looking at other things, but those were not tall enough. So we finally came up with a pan
Yes.
that was not too long, not too wide, and was
Yeah.
tall enough. And so you just essentially put down a layer of
Yes.
the meat.
And then,
That's the foundation of the.
wait, we have to leave for the patty also.
You have.
And then you're setting in the hard-boiled eggs
Yes.
On the middle.
In the middle.
in the middle. And sometimes do you normally put 3 or do you
Yeah,
put?
I usually put 3.
Okay,
And then you just cover it
with the rest of the
with
meat.
the rest of the meat. Well, whatever, we're gonna leave something for the
Yes.
patties. And make it like this.
So you're kind of shaping it into a
Yes.
little bit of a dome.
Yes, like that.
And we have already preset our oven to 350.
Yes, okay. I think that's enough, Laszlo.
Now, don't forget when you work with this, to don't stick on your hands. You have to put all the time.
A little.
Water.
Water.
Yes.
Even now.
See, I clean here the corners.
Big Dutzy.
Yes.
So you don't have the sides touching the pan?
No,
Because
basically, no.
we don't have more.
Well, if you had more, would you have it?
No, I usually do like this, like a dome, because when you slice it, it's, you know, the eggs it shows.
Okay.
Even if you put until when you slice the egg show.
Yeah, it does, but this is a nice.
Presentation.
Looks like
It's-
in the cemetery the people. You know,
A
Okay.
burial pot.
Yeah, you can spray the top a little bit,
Okay.
so it makes it nice and crunchy.
ay ay ay.
Great. Great. No, this is good. You'll see.
So you don't put breadcrumbs or anything
No,
over that? Okay.
nothing. This
Okay.
is it.
So into the oven at 350 for how long? An hour?
You can see when it's nice and brown.
Yeah, but an hour is good. Yeah, 350.
So we'll check
I
it.
think you should put 375 a little bit.
Okay.
You can 375. It's a better.
Let's go now for the girls.
Yeah.
Right, so the patties. So what we want to use is some oil in we like to use our cast iron pot for pan for cooking, frying. And I'm just going to put enough oil really in here to cover.
Lower because I want to make sure that it fries through.
Okay, so
not too high.
So let's get a plate out and put all them out because we won't be able to.
You can put it here.
We'll put it on here for now.
Okay.
We'll make all the patties. Now those patties look a lot bigger than when I was growing up.
No, this is
Is that the size?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a good size.
So it's really like forming hamburger patties, right?
Almost, yes.
Kicsit laposabbra kéne.
You think they're a little bit too high?
Kicsit laposabbra.
You know, the thing is they are going to shrink when they cook.
They will, but I want to make sure that it cooks through.
Mm-hmm.
And these are big for the children.
So it looks like they're about 3 to 4 inches and half an inch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so,
And we can put the oil.
yeah, I put the oil on. Or
already. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
an olive oil is good.
Well, you don't use canola, right?
We don't use canola, so I think I'd like to just use a healthier version.
Yeah.
And I put enough oil in just to really nicely cover the bottom of the pan. Now let me ask something, because right now we're not quite ready for dinner yet. Okay. Should we go ahead and put this into the refrigerator, cover it?
No, this has to be warm.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, can we put it in the refrigerator now, and then when we're closer to having dinner, then go ahead and fry it up?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Because otherwise it's going to be done in 10-15 minutes, and we're not ready with the potatoes yet for dinner.
Yeah.
So why don't we do that?
Okay.
So this would be an option for you, is to prepare it maybe the night before.
Yeah.
And
you can leave it overnight, definitely. The taste is not going to change.
I would even think that the flavor would marinate a little bit even more together. So we'll do that, and we'll come back in about an hour or so when we're ready.
Yes.
And fry them up. Okay. So we're going to take out the Fasirt, and what we did is we broiled it for about 3 minutes on high. And we checked it, and it was over the 185 degrees required for it to be done. And we're just going to let it cool down now while we make the fried portion of the Fasirt. So we're going to take it out of the refrigerator. And set this. I have it on a medium heat because you don't want to burn it.
This looks like a little pig.
No, that's all right. It looks cute, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You have to make 2 eyes here. I know it's
So it's a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's been
You don't
pretty-
want just burn, you know, you want to be
You want to make
fried.
sure that it fried through, you know.
Burn the surface and inside you are.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is this a good heat? It's like a medium.
No, you can put a little bit higher, like that.
This one's getting a little brown. Here, see?
Yeah, you can check that one. Yeah.
I can turn it?
Yeah.
So now we're turning them. I think I'm going to lower the heat a little bit.
You see, it's not ready. It's one side only.
You know why? Because it's not from the middle of the part.
Yeah, I have to turn around on this side. Let's see. Yeah.
Now, my mama, which way is better to cook? Open now or under the
Or covered.
cover?
Cover
Under the cover it gets more
moist.
soft, you know, because now
I think this is soft enough. No? I mean, the whole thing, it was soft enough.
because you milk what you give it to me.
Well, believe it or not, that makes a difference too.
So the texture and the color really looks different than hamburger because it must be the egg that we add into it.
The egg and the potato maybe.
And the meat, because in
That's
hamburger
right.
you have
Beef.
500,279 meat. Here you have only one, the pork.
They really shrink up. So now you're removing it when it's looks done on both sides. Do you ever cut into it to see if it's done?
Yeah, well, what I usually do in my house, I take a little piece and I taste it already. So if you want to do that, here,
Do that.
see. Ah, all right. See if you can, if you see if it's ready.
Well, it smells really good.
I don't know.
It's really soft. Very, very different texture than a hamburger.
By the garlic, huh?
Yeah, it's so good.
That's why
And I don't think it's too much garlic.
that's the major.
No, it tastes the garlic, but it's not too much,
Yeah.
right?
Now, if you didn't have the cabbage with this, what other kind of,
Any kind of celery.
okay, sauerkraut, other kind of
Yeah.
sauerkraut or pickles or...
Yes. Definitely.
How about the ugorka salata?
Cucumber
Yeah,
salad.
Cucumber salad, yes, definitely.
All right. Well, I think
Big
we're going to
rolls.
get our taste testers down here and see what they think of it. So we've taken the meatloaf out of the Fasirt out of the pan, and I want to go ahead and show you what the inside looks like with the boiled egg right in the middle.
Look at that nice head.
It smells amazing. It looks amazing. And when you serve
And
it,
the taste is.
and the taste is amazing. And there we have it. So we're back and we are ready for our taste testers now. So why don't you go ahead and try it? I put a little bit of potato and a Fasirt. Excuse me? You want a fork? Mom, can you get her a fork?
Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the cabbage is new. We haven't made that before. It's warm.
That's really good.
It is, isn't it?
What did I
Which
tell
one
you?
very good
The cabbage.
now? The cabbage?
She said she liked the cabbage.
Oh,
Usually
good.
she doesn't like the cabbage, but she said this one is good.
What did you try, sweetheart? The Fasirt? And thumbs up? Thumbs up. Why don't you try the potato?
It's really good.
And you normally don't like potato, but you like that one, okay? And now you're gonna try the cabbage. Quietly eating away. What do you think of the cabbage? Okay, we got three thumbs up. And there we have it. Thank you for joining us, and thank you King Laszlo and Mom and my testers.
Thank you for everybody.
And happy...
Until next time.
Until next time.
Happy cooking.
Happy cooking.
Good long life.